AITA called a woman begging disgusting and a terrible person. For context, I'm a manager at a large retailer and I, 24M, received a complaint about a person, 30F, who I'll now refer to as Jane. The complaint was that Jane was asking customers for money outside ours doors with a puppy. Nothing unusual, it occasionally happens, and my company has a no loitering or panhandling policy like most. Then I received a call from our local PD that someone called in a complaint of Jane panhandling, and that she was her with two other guys in a truck asking for money. I didn't know anything about two guys and assumed the caller was wrong. I told the police not to bother as I was getting ready to talk to Jane. I go outside to ask Jane what's up, and Jane informs me she's waiting for her mom and has been waiting over 2 hours. Jane, for reference, has a puppy in a blanket. I told Jane technically there is a no loitering policy, but I'll let her wait for her mom as long as she doesn't ask people for money. Fast forward, I keep an eye and watch as people give Jane food, gloves, a blanket, dog treats, and other items. I had an employee take off their uniform and listen to what Jane was saying. Jane was greeting customers and then followed it up with a compliment as they walked by. If a customer engaged her, Jane would ask if they'd like to pet her puppy. If they did, then Jane would tell the customers how she's been stranded her for 2 hours. She's cold and hungry, has no money, and doesn't know when her ride will be here. I ultimately received another complaint and informed Jane she would have to leave the property. I watch her on camera walk to the back of the parking lot to a truck where a man is sitting in the driver's seat. She drops her puppy off and then begins walking back towards the store. I review video and see the truck has been sitting back there for over an hour. Cue, Jane walks back in and I meet her at the doors. Jane asks if she can use the restroom, and I respond yes, but she must leave immediately afterward. I then told Jane that's a nice truck for someone waiting for their mom to pick them up. Jane says that is her mom, and she just got her. I respond saying the truck's been here over an hour, and Jane walks to the bathroom. As soon as she comes back to the doors, I tell Jane she is never welcome here again, and if I see her I'm calling the cops. I tell her she is a disgusting, terrible person with no respect and is part of the problem. Jane hung her head low and said nothing as I berated her and left. Jane then gets in the pickup truck and leaves. A customer stops me and tells me my behavior was wrong and that I don't know her situation. I agreed with the customer, saying I don't know her situation, but what I do know is she was just lying about so people would give her money.